Hello everybody, this is Dave from AskUncleDave.com. Today I'm going to show you two over-the-air antenna products from a company called 1byone. The first one is a very compact and powerful digital HDTV antenna system. Everything you need in one box to get free digital high-quality broadcast television stations right to your TV, without having to deal with big and heavy antennas or paying an arm and a leg to watch PBS, ABC, NBC, Fox, CBS, and many more. The second one is a product from 1byone. It's the HD antenna amplifier kit that can be used with an antenna system you already have in place to boost the signal. The contents of this box are already in this system here, so we're just going to put this aside and I'm going to show you the amplifier along with the antenna, 20 feet of coax cable, a mounting system so that you can mount it to railings or to balconies or in the window, and you don't have to have a gigantic antenna. In case you live in an apartment building, you can put this discreetly out onto your balcony, and none will be the wiser. You can use this product. It's very powerful and it can compete with all the larger size antennas. It's amplified, so we have our plug here that we plug into the amplifier unit. You see a red light turn on. You connect this to your TV. You connect this to power. It comes with the power brick. And then you plug this into one end of the antenna, the other end of the antenna, and then this gets attached to the antenna itself. Now this is a mounting kit. So if we turn it around here, you'll see we can unscrew this. We'll take the antenna itself off. It's very lightweight plastic, white. It's probably less than a pound. It feels like there's nothing in it, but there's a lot of technology in there. So this mounting system will mount to the bottom of this, and you can turn this in any direction. So you can mount it in any direction. You can spin the antenna in any direction that you need to. And with this system here, you can either screw it into a wall, or you can use the included bracket and thumb screws so that you can place this right in here and mount it to like a railing right on there. And you can even mount it this way, and then this way you can have it standing up like this, and then you just rotate the antenna. And I think it's a great mounting system. Very lightweight. You don't have to worry about gigantic antennas. You don't have to worry about showing everybody a gigantic antenna that you have on your roof. It's very discreet and it's great. Before we go any further with this review, I have to tell you a little bit more about my situation, where I'm located in regards to the towers that broadcast these signals. So first off, I'm using a Vizio 48-inch television, has built-in software, a built-in tuner, that you would choose your antenna as your source, and then you run a channel scan and it will pick up all the channels. Once you have all of the system hooked up, you can also go on tvfool.com. There's a section there where you can put in your address, exactly where you are, how high you're going to have this off the ground. Now, ultimately, you probably want this real high as you can get it. But I'm going to mount it about 10 feet from the ground and pointing in the exact direction that TV Fool tells me to point it at. Now, you use a compass. You set your compass line, main line, right to north, which is 0 degrees on the compass. And TV Fool will tell you exactly where the towers are located. Now, I'm about 30 miles from Boston, but I'm about 40 miles to some of the stations. I live lower altitude than Boston. Boston's higher up. That help you better understand what you can do and if this antenna is for you. Now, this antenna is completely waterproof. So all you got to do is you got to use the mounting system, and you got to mount this to wherever you want, even if it's not undercover. It's totally waterproof. It has this weatherproofing here on the end here so that you can cover up all the metal connections. And then you run the wire. I bought an extra 100 feet of wire because I have to run the antenna to the opposite side of the house where my office is and where the television is. So you run that, and then all of this other electrical stuff that you connect into your TV is all behind the TV. So everything stays dry. Just the antenna and then the end of this wire go to the opposite side of the house. This instructions here is also included, and this antenna system claims to be 0 to 60 miles. It's the strongest one that 1byone makes. It's one of the strongest. So it's listed here as a 60 mile. They also have 50 mile, 40 mile, 35 mile, and all that. If you live like right next to the tower, you hardly need anything. But so my situation is the most severe sort of situation. If you look on the map on tvfool.com, you could see that it's patchy, the service. Now, I had a little trouble with Channel 7. Well, they call it Channel 7 in New York, but it's, I think it was ABC that I was having trouble with tuning in. All the other channels came in perfect, and that's why I bought the amplifying system to see if that will boost that channel a little bit better. I get the channel, but it's a little patchy, so hopefully this solution will help. So let's go hook up this antenna. I'll show you exactly where I'm going to hook it up, and we're going to run it to the TV, and we're going to run the scan, and we're going to see what channels we get. Okay, so I mounted the antenna facing about 60 to 64 degrees on my railing on my porch on the opposite side of the house where my TV is, and I ran the coax cable all the way to the office. Now I'm pointing the antenna where the compass told me to point it, where TV Fool told me to point it, and it's pretty much at that telephone pole right over there. So that's about 60 to 64 degrees. We can finagle it a little bit as we run the scan. And every time you reposition the antenna, you should run the scan over again. Now ultimately, if you didn't want to just put it on a railing or something like that, you could use the input that the cable company gives you. Now see this wire here in my house? This goes into the house and into the basement, and then runs to all the TVs in my house. You can actually connect it right to here, your antenna, or you can let this run all the way up. That's what I did with my previous antenna, the Clearstream that I have a video for. You can check that out. And I ran the wire all the way down, and then this way it goes into my house, all the way into the house, and it connects to all the TVs in the house. So you can do it that way as well. And now, like I said, the higher the better. I have that antenna there, but I can replace that antenna and put this small little antenna right there, and it'll be just fine. Okay, so I have the amplifier connected to the TV tuner card, and I have the wire running from the antenna right in, and I got the power connected and plugged in. Now, if your TV has a USB that supplies 5 volt, 50 mA, you'll be able to power up the amplifier. So now let's push the TV back, and we're going to run the scan, and I'll show you all the channels we get. Okay, so we got the remote in hand, and we're going to hit menu, and this side panel pops up on a Vizio, and you go to pretty much channels, and then you select your source. Go from cable to antenna. So here's your antenna source, and now we're going to hit find channels. So it's going to run a scan. It takes a little bit. It's at 2% right now, 3%, 4%, and it's going to tell you all the digital and analog channels that you can find. You're going to see that it's going to populate as the scan goes through its process. Okay, the scan is done, and it found 41 digital channels and 1 analog channel. So let's escape this. Okay, the scan is done. Now don't forget, I have this over 100 feet of coax cable, and I also have it 4 feet off the ground instead of 10 feet off the ground. I ran the scan one time, and I could always go out there and adjust the antenna, but let's show it to you anyway. So we have this first channel, 2.1, 2.2, 4.1, which is CBS, I think. And notice the quality, how detailed everything is. Now the quality is super because they're only sending a television signal through your coax cable, not television, phone, and internet. So it doesn't have to be compressed. It's full uncompressed video. See, this means I have to move the antenna a little bit to get this channel. So far, we're getting all the big channels.
If time runs out, you won't be able to file a claim. Because you're putting off neck or back surgery? Once. Your license. The back of the house. And trial.
So we're full circle. And notice the detail and the high quality. You also get closed captions if you want them, if you have it set up like that on your TV. Now, some of the channels were a little patchy. That's because we need to move the antenna around a little bit. You just keep running the scan and you get it. Now, don't forget, this is only 4 feet off the ground and it's pointing in a general location. This works just as good as my big antenna that I have up on my roof, and not bad for a first time running the scan. So basically you have your channels there, and this is free. The quality is super because they don't compress their quality. They don't compress their data to give you internet and phone and cable services. Everything is just TV signal coming through. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer you right away. Check out askuncledave.com and for more about cable cutting. Have a nice day and see you on the next video.